check our YouTube, somebody?
I'm checking it right now.
Still.
Okay, you guys.
We're live right now. By the way, don't say
Yeah, you
anything
guys are
fucked
live
up.
right now. I see myself.
Awesome. We're live. Don't say anything fucked up.
Yeah.
So you want me to monitor
Sound?
sound?
Here are our scenes. I can handle this. I think we'll be good. And then I got my mic for my interview. Let me add another camera really quick for me.
Wait, can I sit up there too? Am I sitting up? Am I sitting with you guys?
Yeah, take a seat. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there.
Let's sit over here. Are we all on the in frame? In this frame you are, yeah. Yeah. Well, actually,
I'll tell you in a second.
Angela might need to move a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Hey, there I am.
And y'all don't have to be so buddy-buddy if you don't want to. Unless, Vinny, are you going to be in frame as well?
Citizens of the world.
No, I'm gonna be up here.
Sovereign citizen.
As we go. Awesome.
Hello.
100. And our video.
Did y'all check the live stream? Oh, just push it out, yeah.
Awesome.
You said,
Okay, I should be showing up pretty soon. This looks great.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, if you guys, if you look here, you guys should be going to my face soon enough. Hey, there I am.
Hey, we're gonna go live on our phones too. So we're gonna place the phones and then we can go live.
Sounds great. We're streaming. We're looking good. Everyone looks great. Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's do this. So what's that here, Taylor?
Oh, let me close that window really quick.
You missed him.
We did it, guys.
Hooray.
Congratulations. I know it got a little crazy there for a second, but we managed it. Nobody lost their cool. We learned some shit. I call that a victory. We're ready when you are, Kev.
All right. I'm gonna go live.
You guys live on the JLSCP. Insta.
I'm about to. Did you say how to jam this?
You gotta check audio. Like you're picking up from both
No,
microphones.
you gotta go live
Nobody's
first.
using them
And
right
then
now.
join your live. Oh.
Checking for live stream.
Captions here, or do you
Every-
need them?
I'm catching this mic. Unmute who?
Well, like, I'm not getting the signal through.
Here, let me show you where it's coming in through. It's coming in through there. And this is actually a little bit lighter. Maybe turn me up a little bit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, these sound great. Yeah. And here's your level right here on there.
Oh, perfect. And this one is which one? Same one?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
perfect.
all- yeah, that's the I guess somewhat of the downside of doing that is that, it's just kind of getting one.
Yeah.
Sasha. I'm so excited for this video. So, I have to leave at like 7:30. It's like 7:15. Do you want to be on this side so when you go you can kind of cross? I'm not going to be in the shot though, right?
No.
I mean, not if you're right here. All right, cool. Thanks for coming, Jet.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for your input too. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll connect. Yeah, that sounded fascinating, and thank you for sharing that with me, so I can give it the focus that it deserves. Let's head over next week. I'm gonna move the chair. Wait, is there a chair?
That sounds nuts. Oh man, so I gotta go move this up. Like this.
Why don't you use the Brandon.
Oh, shit. No problem.
That's gonna roll off.
Yeah, dude. You just send it in safe.
Do you want Flores to hold your phone?
You want, you can just put it up against this if you want. It's like a little break.
Ooh.
Is that fair, Tyrese?
Oh, look at that. That's perfect.
It is.
All right.
Good? You probably pop it up a little more.
Well, let me put the link. What acknowledgement?
Click done.
You good? Yeah.
After we start the live. All right.
So live video discussion.
Feel like an accessible amount of tension. Not to picture myself in a way that makes people feel like they're not in a good working environment while also keeping everybody on task.
Finishing your work.
You know?
The balance.
Oh, no, I just put with the beer in here.
So you know.
I guess how much people know.
do we
that
wanna
if
go
you are
live?
stressed, it's because of
Why don't we just go live after the video's done playing?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
So let's go live when the video's done
Yeah,
playing.
that'd be kind of weird, unless you want to put it on the video. Just, yeah, go live after.
Yeah, let's go live
Give
after.
people the update and just let them know that you'll be
Yeah.
live later.
Yeah, okay. But I already posted the stream link too.
Okay, perfect.
Vámonos.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Siéntate aquí.
It's got the
Angela, vente para acá.
No, I'm making that.
You're ready. What's the whole business?
Yeah.
To work on this whole.
Does anybody want a beer or anything? You guys good? Beverage?
I mean, we're just gonna introduce the video right now, so.
How long is
Okay,
the
so
video?
you want to introduce it first, and then
4
I'll read
minutes.
the
Oh,
landing
man,
acknowledgement?
you have a second mic over here too, so I don't know who wants to hold on to that. Unless y'all want to alternate between that.
You just hold on to that. I'll have this for questions.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Speaking of questions. Maybe that shouldn't happen.
Oh, mask on. Mask on. Okay.
You want me to like hand it to you? So the question doesn't disappear for you.
No. I think I'll read.
I hope she will. You're your daddy's daughter, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like, open beer?
All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Awesome. I just want to say that I'm really proud of what you guys have done with this video, and I'm glad that we can be here.
Yeah.
Okay, in 5, 4.
Hello guys, my name is Angelo Santos, and this is my friend Kevin. A few months ago, me and a few others, Stan, Vinny, and David, went to Houston's Chinatown to shoot this wonderful music video by Kevin Trinidad. This is what we have for you guys.
Hi everybody, my name is Kevin. Before we start, I'd like to read a land acknowledgement written by my friend Matt Manalo. So, before we start, may we take this moment to acknowledge the land we are on. Every community owes its existence and vitality to generations from around the world who contributed their hopes and dreams and energy to make history that led to this moment. Some were brought here against their will, some were drawn to leave their distant homes in hope of a better life, and some have lived on this land for more generations than can be counted. Truth and acknowledgement are critical to building mutual respect and connection across all barriers of heritage and difference. We begin this effort to acknowledge that we have been buried by honoring the truth. We acknowledge that the land we are meeting on today have long served as a site of meeting and exchange amongst a number of indigenous peoples, especially the Sana and Kuwi-Takan nations. Additionally, Texas is home to the Alabama Cushita tribe of Texas, the Kickapoo traditional tribe of Texas, the Uslita del Sur Pueblo, the Lipan Apache tribe, and the Texas Band of Yaqui Indians. We pay respects to their elders past and present. Please take a moment to consider the many legacies of violence and displacement migration, and settlement that bring us together here today. And please join us in uncovering such truths at any and all public events. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Walk a mile in my shoe. I swear it's nothing new. Walk a mile in my shoes. I swear it's nothing new. Hey little brown brother, how you doing? I seen pictures of you people in the news. Tied up face down in a ditch. Oh, while your little sisters make your sneakers for some food. Your little sisters make your sneakers for some food. Hey pretty mama, going my way now. Hollered at my sister walking down the street. Right after that they told me beat my feet. See mothers sell their daughters right there on the street. Yeah, mothers sell their daughters right there on the street. My daddy only knew things the hard way. He was on his knees right before he died. Lola's on his knees working in the rice. You can see me in church trying to make things right. Goddamn, I'm on my knees praying for the light. This is how it feels on the inside. How's it looking like on the other side? Looking up, it's just faces staring down. Drinking milk, but you'll never be tall enough. Drinking milk, but you'll never be tall enough. Soldiers coming home, seeing burning flags. You took an Uber, but you're leaving in a body bag. It was justified, but it don't make it right. Cross the street, look left, a gun barrel to your right. Cross the street, look left, a gun barrel to your right. My homegirl's tired of fighting all the damn time. Stay still and they will get you too. If you run, they send the dogs after you. And if you're lucky, you will wind up on the news, yeah. If you're lucky, you will wind up on the news. The situation changed, you don't know how to deal with it. Everybody turns out to be a hypocrite. Coming from a guy with nothing but bad news. You should know, you should never trust the news. You should know, you should never trust the news. Walk a mile in my shoes. Swear it ain't nothing new. Walk a mile in my shoes, yeah. Walk a mile in my shoes.
One. Ah, there we go. Okay, now we're here.
Oh, thank
My
God.
bad. No worries.
Good call.
Thank you everybody that watched that video. This was our first video as the Joy Luck Film Club, and we're so happy to work with Kevin and the community, and we just appreciate everyone that helped. It took an entire army of people to make this from our community, specifically the Philippine X community and the A-Leaf Art House community, and we couldn't have done it without the people of Houston, specifically the brown people and Filipino and Asian people. So just thank you for watching and thank you for helping. We are here to do a quick Q&A with the creators. If y'all could introduce yourselves. Oh, and my name is Vincent Vo. I'm director at JLFC. And if y'all could introduce yourselves and the role you played in making this video.
Hi, my name's Stan. Everyone calls me the director.
Hi, my name is Kevin. I'm a singer-songwriter. I wrote the song and started it.
Hey guys, my name is Angelo Santos, and I was the editor.
Awesome. How did this project come about? Stan, you introduced us to Kevin. You introduced us to Kevin and brought this about. How did that conversation go down, and why did you bring that to the Joy Luck Film Club as a potential project?
I knew Kevin from the Philippine X Artists of Houston and also the music scene around town. He had just released a song, and I think at that time Joy Luck Film Club we had just come together right before COVID hit. And as soon as COVID hit in March, there was like we lacked a lot of mobility and things like that, and a lot of projects had to get canceled. But I don't know, like Kevin already had this ready-made song, and we needed a project, so I think everyone was just excited to get together and work on something for the first time as a group, and pretty happy with the result.
Kevin, what did you think about when Stan told you about the Joy Luck Film Club, and there would be people that would be willing to, help you create this? What was your stance on that?
Oh man, I was surprised. I was just releasing music, and I had music videos in mind, but definitely not for Little Brown Brother. And man, I've been sending the song to Stan, multiple versions of it. He's one of my one of the part of the secret club of people I send music to I need critique on. And then he liked the song so much, and I sent it to Angelo too, and he was like, "We gotta get people on the remix, man." And I just sorry, what was the question again?
Just what did you think about the Joy Luck Film Club when they brought it to us, and kind of like what was the process? You basically answered it. Yes, Stan kind of came to you, and Angelo you knew as well. How do you guys all know each other?
Let's see. I met Angelo from Matt, and then I met Stan through Jenna. But then everybody kind of knew each other. I was just the last piece.
The Philippine X artist community, really,
yes.
is what it sounds like. Okay, cool. I wanted to ask Angelo, you kind of came in to this project later, but as things kind of slowed down with Joy Luck Film Club and getting projects, you were very assertive, and you're like, let's get this done and let's do this. I remember you kind of heavily pushed to get it started again. Why? Like, what motivated you to just kind of push us like that?
Slingshotting off of what Stan said, it was basically a lot of all those negative energies that came out of COVID. How it was kind of how it was like we were lacking in content because of what COVID had done, and I felt like pushing this project forward, this project with Kevin, it would like cause like a domino effect of us, creating other things. And it's basically that's what I see happening now in JLFC. We were able to like do these other things because we had the experiences in doing the project with Kevin.
You're totally right. And we also made a great collaborator in meeting Kevin, and Kevin has helped us out with every AM Houston. No, we're good. That's a different one. Don't worry. And Kevin is our audio genius, and he's been helping us out, and that's why he's also like watching audio right now. Thank you so much. So it has led to a lot. You're 100% right. I wanted to ask you guys about your inspiration for this video. I know, sorry, I started it for a second. I know Stan had a lot of like heavy visual images. You were very big on like, let's do this at A-Leaf and these locations, and you even mentioned a lot of like the struggles with in Filipino history, like the Bataan Death March was mentioned. I mean, we had all these kind of like huge themes to draw from. Do you want to talk about like, you know, inspiration and vision?
Yeah, that was all through talking to Kevin about his subject matter. Each verse in the song kind of details a piece of migrant history. And so we were working with the chorus line, "Walk a mile in my shoes." And there was actually tons of footage but we can only fit so much in like a 3-4 minute song. So there's a lot. We did a lot of walking like through Hong Kong City Mall and A-Leaf Art House and focused on the International District. And there was some kind of, I guess, I think one thing Kevin mentioned was like the Bataan Death March and that also that the idea of walking and traversing and migrating in that way. I really like how it came together. All the shots incorporate some kind of travel and we were experimenting a lot with some lighting and different times of day and movement. It was just overall really good practice.
A lot of heavy themes. One are Asian kind of centralized locations, and then I also noticed there's a lot of earth and ground and farm work. So can you break that down for me? Like, why did we do Hong Kong market? Why did we choose A-Leaf, these heavy Asian things? And for me, you know, as someone that was just trying to produce this and also look at what we could do, these were locations that we were familiar with. These were locations that we felt like welcomed at and that we knew because a lot of us had grown up around there or known those areas. So that was kind of what drew me to it, but I was wondering why you guys chose like Asian-centric locations.
Well, I think so. A-Leaf Art House specifically, we picked that because of the tie with Matt Manalo, and I always say Manalo. I'm sorry, Matt.
Shout out
like
Matt
Barry
Manilow.
Matt Manalo, who runs the A-Leaf Art House Gallery, and had a piece called "Not Your Brown Brother," and that actually inspired the title to the song. And I don't know if Kevin, you want to talk about that more.
Oh man, I got a lot of talk about that, about Little Brown Brother, and I mean, Not Your Brown Brother, Matt's piece. Yeah, so Matt, first I saw his piece and this face, which, here we go. I got the artwork right here. So this was his piece. He sent me. Yeah, I'm pointing at it. Okay. Yeah, so this was his piece, and then he just sent me the file, and then I redid this. This is the album cover, by the way. And well, so he had this piece, and then I was like, well, what's it about? And I'm like, okay, so during the U.S. colonial time of occupation for the Philippines, they called them Little Brown Brothers. In a way, it was a derogatory slang.
It kind of fits into the model minority like trope as well. That the Filipino is a hard worker and here to help and fight with us and is a good little brown brother, right?
Yeah, exactly like that. And that was part of it. And I also took that a lot of Asians are workers are working in sweatshops, and there's this one line that said, "Seeing pieces of pictures of your people face down in a ditch." That was inspired by when my grandma was occupied. She lived there when the Japanese invaded the Philippines, and they said they made them dig their own graves. Yeah, so it's a lot of imageries in there. And then when George Floyd passed away, I learned about like, okay, so Asians should also, show solidarity towards the black community. And part of the song at the very end, because it's like a historical song. So the first part of the song was history, and then towards the end is present day. I started talking about the protests that were going on and seeing people getting tear gassed. Yeah.
Wow, no, I'm so glad you brought that up. It was such a powerful time, and it's really amazing that we could shoot and do anything. I'm so surprised that we did it, but there was so much going on and still going on that we're trying to continue. That is, I guess, birthed from those protests. That's amazing. Well, that's really good. I wanted to ask you guys really quick. Oh, do you? Yeah. Angelo, we did some location scouting to begin with. We did a lot of communicating back and forth, about like the vision. Do you want to talk about our like pre-production and how we shot it? The planning and how we actually shot this.
Okay, so aside of Kevin's vision and Stan's, one of the things that really attracted me to the project is the surge of Asian violence. So we wanted to highlight that by utilizing these Asian communities that were already present in Houston. So that's why we went to Chinatown, the market over there, the HK market, and then that's why we also went to Ailey Farhouse, because you guys know like Matt Manalo, Filipino ex-artist, yeah, a bunch of Filipinos, like Asian people, because the whole theme is basically incorporate the surge of Asian violence into the locations that we were using. So that had a lot to do with the locations.
You're totally right, and I forgot about that. There's just, oh my God, it's like in how, but there wasn't a lot of business in the community, in the Asian market and community. And I remember we were like, let's go there, let's show support. Yeah, you're totally right on that. When we asked process, I wanted to ask, and we're doing this, one, to put on a show, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope anyone that sees this gains something out of what we're sharing. But also for us, I wanted to know, what do you think that we've learned? This was our first music video together, our very first time. Well, what have we learned in doing this and moving forward?
Well, in general, I think the practice of coming together with equipment and this kind of, I guess, the run and gun style that we did it in, I don't know. I think that's just automatically good practice on its own, regardless of what the project is, to be honest. This one in particular, I'm pretty happy with how it came out, and I like that that there was this element of splitting the labor up, because so often in media we're used to like just depending on our own sweat and muscle to get any projects done, and so to be able to hand this over to Angelo. Angelo kind of came in to save the day.
Angelo in the
hardcore.
clutch.
Yeah. And so that edit is entirely his. He had to pick from like tons of footage that we shot to come up with that.
Angelo, I mean, yeah, you definitely carried a lot of heavy lifting editing wise, but Stan, I mean, you're in this project, and this is just my opinion, you're the director. You are the director, and you controlled the vision. You provided what kind of shots you wanted Angelo to use, and you also knew that we needed to add more shots, for the reshoots and putting that together. So it's like you get to do those things and think about that and spend your time on that. And, and then we execute the other parts, and when it's Angelo's project directing or my project directing, that's how we'll do it. But I mean, I don't think that, you served your role as director, and Angelo served it as editor and everything like that. But those are my thoughts on that, Stan.
Matt Manalo asked us what was the most challenging part of making the video. Oh, yeah, yeah. So Matt asked, what was the most challenging part of making the video? Like, who wants to answer that?
I guess I can
Because all I did was walk on Nike, so.
I, I can talk about my struggles first as the editor, and it was basically just we shot a bunch of footage, and as much as I like shooting extra footage, it was just so much that it was so much material to choose from that I got around it still, but it was a little hard choosing the right footage.
There's actually a Snyder cut of our video. I don't know how he got a hold of it, but he has his own cut. That's how much footage there was. For me, as someone that was, I guess, producing this, not necessarily director or editor, scheduling everybody together at the same time to get everybody work, because everybody here has day jobs. Some of us have multiple day jobs. It's incredible that we take time to do something that's just for us, which is what this is. So scheduling was very difficult for me, especially as someone that's not very organized. And then I would also say that just at the time, COVID, the resurgence in civil rights that needed to be addressed in America, our own personal moods. We were all going through so much from the isolation and then our own revelations of our experiences with racism. It was hard. It was kind of delicate. At times I thought maybe we wouldn't be able to come together and make it work, and that we were all talked. But being able to do this project and kind of prove that wrong was very rewarding for me.
Rachel asked, what does the blindfold symbolize? Ooh, yeah, so that scene, me and Stan recorded it here in the studio. It's part of post-production. And, Stan was just all like, we need a complete video of you lip-syncing the words. And I'm all like, okay, it's going to be in the studio. What can we do to make it interesting? And I thought about what the song embodied. And so I got a handkerchief, and I said, hey, why don't I just blindfold myself, and I'll sing the lyrics, and you record me, and then we had a flashlight. That particular scene was just very haunting when we did it. I actually started crying when I was singing it because I was just really feeling the emotions. But yeah, so I put the blindfold in my head, and I thought that symbolizes. When people are blindfolded, they're being kidnapped and taken advantage of.
Or martial law. It reminds me a lot
Yeah.
of the martial law imagery that I've seen in the Philippines and honestly everywhere. Different death squads having people lined up or taken. So yeah, it definitely had authoritarian themes. Mm-hmm. Sorry, that's what I thought. I'm sorry to interrupt your flow, buddy.
Oh, what about the chat? Let's see here. Nope. The Snyder cut. Okay. Do you have any more questions?
I was gonna ask, what's next? What's next for you guys personally, and what do you think's next for the Joy Luck Film Club?
You guys are
As importantly, so yeah, we've done this video. It's under our belt. What's next?
So straight off the bat, me and Kevin, we're shooting a video tomorrow. It's actually another music video of his. So really excited about that. We're gonna be shooting it here in studio, and as you can see, he's wearing this sparkly suit. It's not gonna be what he's wearing tomorrow, but it's along the lines of that. But I'd actually I want to transfer this question to Vinny because he's more of like the director of the whole entire JLFC.
Well, you guys go. I'll go last.
Do you want to go?
Oh, what's next?
Yeah.
What's
What
next?
do you- yeah.
Well, we're doing more AM Houston. This is kind of the setup for AM Houston, and there's some more acts coming up. There's people I need to message on Instagram to book them. Quality audio and video is getting better every time, and I think we're gonna start doing some more acting and produced works, maybe things that are really short. We've been toying around with a localized world myth, supernatural series. things like that I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about. So.
All right. Well, I planning on not releasing any music this year. Focusing on music videos and content creation. And yeah, so me and Angelo are gonna be filming a music video tomorrow and Monday. And it's gonna be my first self-directed music video, so I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, this is a song that's very personal to me, that when I play it and when I record it, I can't, like sometimes I'll start crying because the song just really hits me. So I'm like very excited to finally bring the song to, well, it was already recorded and released, but now I'm recording it again. I can do whatever I want. I'm an independent artist, so this version of the song is just it's gonna be higher quality, more instruments. And the video coming out for it is something I envisioned a year before. And it's a really good song, and I hope it's the song that's going to change the world.
Good. I'm really excited for that. As far as, I guess, where I see the JLFC, what Stan said, getting into more short narrative fiction as well as mini documentaries. And most importantly, I'm just trying to build our foundation and build a good base and a good community. We're making films from a community DIY perspective. There's zero funding for this, but we just try and help out and provide, and that's been getting returned. And we've been putting out the right vibe and the right signal, and trying to be a lighthouse for diasporic brown cinema. And I think the ships are coming in. Hopefully in the next 6 months we can add some new members. I just want to make sure that we have something to offer and that we have a strong base before we add more members, as well as making sure that those members have more of a focus on women, trans, always people of color, because I worry about us having too much of a male gaze, even though we're all brown and diasporic and have very open minds and views, unless you make that kind of thing mandatory and put it at the front, I think it's too easy to, become one of the bad guys. That's about it. And I just want to say that I am so proud of you guys. I'm so proud. Thank you so much. Angelo, you really, yeah.
Actually, no. Okay, yeah, so Alan asks if it's interesting to see that y'all can shift roles behind the scenes. And he asked me if I'm interested in film scoring. Yeah, I need the film first, and then I'm thinking about doing synth work, which I am eyeing on a Juno 06A synth module, and it's like $400, so just cash at me the $400 and I'll start working. Yeah. Did anybody else have anything else to add?
Throw down your cash app.
Put it in the chat.
Well, I have one more thing to present you guys. I already showed it to you before, but I didn't tell you I was giving this to you. So this is the album cover for Little Brown Brother. Yeah, I framed this for you guys. I was gonna give you just the paper,
But on our wall, it's joining our studio art. Oh my God.
And then I didn't get the plaque made because the plaque was supposed to say, presented to the JLFC for their achievements of Little Brown Brother music video.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
This is, I hope you guys either you put this in your rooms or in here in the studio. I left the screws here so you can hang it, and
wow.
I'll let y'all decide that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kevin. It was so rewarding to collaborate with you, and I feel like we've gained a longtime collaborator, and I feel like I gained a friend. So I really appreciate it. Angelo, you really stepped up, and I couldn't have done this without you, like pushing everybody else and just backing me up and backing this idea up. And Stan, thank you for bringing us the vision and the project. So, bravo, guys. And thank you, everybody else. I guess that's about it, right? Oh, and shout out Flores. Thank you so much, Flores, for helping us out. Get in here. Flores, she's doing a great job, and I really appreciate her help as well.
So do you want this, or you want to keep this in the studio?
We can keep it here, dog.
All right, guys. All right. Well, everybody, that's it. Thanks a lot. Death to the gatekeeper.